Mary, Helene, Magdalene, chapter 17. Jesus didn't like to talk about it, but the time was getting ever closer to the time when he would have to hang on a cross. Not talking about it didn't make the inevitability go away. I didn't like it, and Jesus was afraid to talk to me about it. I know all your thoughts, Jesus. I know you do, Helene. Let's take Liz and Fau and the children and go away and forget who we are for a while. Let them miss you for a while. Let me have your attention. Jesus didn't argue. He put his trust in other people every chance he had. So with 3 women and 7 children, Jesus returned to Ethiopia to touch the old magic of the children of the mountains. Instead of saving people from their artificial sins, he allowed the people and the land to save him and load him once again with the magic he would need to draw on when he stood before his kingdom of fools and let them nail him to a cross. Jesus and I left the rest of our party in the village that had adopted us and went to Addis Ababa with a goat herder and his goats. It was in many ways a city like any other city. In many ways it felt like we were on top of the world and could look out and see thousands of years of our ancestors struggling and playing, fighting and loving. The children touched us. They wanted to touch a not black man who came to visit with no swords, walking with a native goat herder. It had been a long journey, and it was so very much still the beginning. I watched and listened to the men talk with Jesus into the night. Mostly I listened to the sounds, but not the words. And I wondered how long, how many generations, we had been talking into the night, and how many more generations were ahead of us. And how long would it take before we understood war and plunder for gold and silver, and religion to steal life and make death cults. If giving up was a choice, it would be easier. But our children were waiting at the lake in the village, and Jerusalem wanted a bastard king to nail to a cross for the crime of bringing heaven down to earth for every creature to embrace.